Block 4. Resetting your thinking. You are not the problem. You are a process. You aren't stuck. You are forming. Everything happening now isn't the end, but a remelting. Crises amplify internal voices. When things aren't going well, when your familiar world crumbles, phrases like these start echoing in your head. I'm weak. I'm a failure. There's something wrong with me. I always mess things up and will continue to do so. And suddenly, you're not just in a difficult situation. You're trapped in a self-image that's destroying you. Therefore, our goal now isn't just to survive, but to reprogram your thinking. Understand this. You're not a problem to be fixed. You're a process following its own path. 1. Change the question. The old question that harms us. What's wrong with me? The new question that heals us. What is happening to me? The first diagnoses. The second opens possibilities. The first makes you judge yourself. The second helps you understand yourself. Try it right now. Instead of, I'm weak, say, I'm going through a difficult period. Instead of, I have no strength, say, my body is tired and needs a break. Instead of, I can't do anything, say, I'm at a point of restructuring. 2. Outcome-based thinking versus process-based thinking. We live in a culture of outcomes. Show your achievements. Who are you without success? How much did you earn? Where do you work? What did you do? But there's another way of thinking, process-based thinking. This is when you see not the destination, but the journey. You accept yourself in motion, not just at the finish line. You acknowledge, I am a person who learns, makes mistakes, gets up, walks again. This is the way of thinking of living, growing people. It forgives, supports, and gives a chance. Ask yourself, do you evaluate yourself based on the outcome or on the effort, courage, and journey? Exercise, a letter to your process self. Sit down and write a letter to yourself, but not as an adult, stern and demanding, but as a wise observer to your inner child. Example, you're going through something you've never experienced before. You're doing everything you can. Even if the outcome isn't visible yet, you're moving forward. I'm proud of you, not for the victory, but for the courage to be alive. Save this letter. Read it when you fall back into self-criticism. This will be your inner support. 3. Where do your broken beliefs come from? If you feel like there's something wrong with you, most likely you were taught this feeling. Perhaps you grew up in a family where making mistakes was shameful. You heard phrases like, you have to be the best, no one cares how you feel. You experienced rejection, comparisons, or pressure. And now, an inner critic lives inside you, activating whenever you're vulnerable. This critic is not you. It's just a voice from the past. It can be silenced. How to change your inner voice. 1. Notice it. Hear how it sounds. Examples. You always mess things up. Who needs you? You messed up again, like always. Second, challenge it. Is this true? Who told me this? Would I say this to a friend? 3. Replace it. Supportive phrases. I'm not in the best shape right now, and that's okay. I'm still a person worthy of love. I'm learning, and that's a victory already. 4. Acceptance is not surrender. One of the scariest moments is when we're afraid to accept ourselves in a crisis because we confuse acceptance with resignation and defeat. But in reality, acceptance, honest acknowledgement of the situation. Surrender, refusal to act. Acceptance means saying, yes, it's hard right now. Yes, I'm not perfect, and yet I'm moving forward. This is the start of recovery. 5. Replace price with value. Often we think, if I'm not useful, I'm not needed. If I can't give something, I'm worth nothing. This is thinking in terms of price. Instead, start thinking in terms of value. You are valuable, not because you produce results, but because you are a living person with a soul, pain, feelings, and stories. Just as a flower doesn't need to be useful to be beautiful, you don't need to be perfect to be valuable. Summary: you are not static, you are a process. Mistakes are not markers of your identity. They are stages of the journey. Your value isn't in your successes, but in who you are. You can live in honesty with yourself, rather than under the weight of others' expectations. Ready for the next step? In Block 5, we'll go further. Block 5. How to restore meaning when everything seems meaningless. Where to find light when you see neither a goal nor direction. How to want to live, create, and move forward again, despite everything.